elite teams slow matches down when leading. Chelsea accelerated chaos instead. I just can't understand what is going on with this.
He done it!
Chelsea to Leeds United 2. And this was a match that perfectly captured both sides' reality this season. Chelsea dominated for long period, but still fragile when it matters most. Leeds under pressure near the relegation zone, but resilient, direct and mentally strong when the opportunity came. Because from 2 down at Stamford Bridge, Leeds didn't just respond. They punished Chelsea's old habits. Let's break down this game tactically. Or let's break down this game tactically. From formation to momentum swings to the 6-minute collapse that changed everything in this game. Chelsea had every momentum to absolutely hold Leeds United 2-0. But once again, sloppy defending, sloppy momentum. And this has been happening always under Liam Rosinho. It could have been different ball game in this game. He could have been winning his 5th or 6th game in Premier League. But what happened for sure? Let's look at the overview. This Premier League clash took place on yesterday, that's February 10th, 2026 at Stamford Bridge. Chelsea came into the match in strong form. 4 consecutive wins under new manager Liam Rosinho. There was optimistic energy, a sense that the team had turned a corner. And forever an hour, it looks true. Chelsea raced into a 2-0 and were in full control. But then came the collapse. 2 lead goals in 6 minutes. Half minutes wipe out Chelsea's advantage, exposing the same defensive lapses and concentration issue that have haunted them all season. In fact, this draw means Chelsea have now dropped 7 points from winning positions in this campaign. For Leeds, managed by Daniel Farke, the point was massive, not just psychologically, but in the table as well, lifting them above Tottenham into 15th place. Let's start with the tactical shapes. Chelsea line up in a 4-2-3-1 system known as the diamond-shaped formation, a structure built for possession, dominance, and positional rotations. The double pivot feature Andre Santos alongside with Moises Caicedo, tasked with controlling tempo and protecting transitions. Ahead of them, Cole Palmer, what a player, operated as the central number 10 role. But then the creative hub behind striker Joao Pedro. Chelsea plan was clear. Control the ball, stretch Leeds, blocked, create through movement and incisive passing. And it worked early on. Chelsea finished the game with 66% of ball possession, dictating play for most of the first hour. Palmer, in particular, was central to everything creative. His through ball for Joao Pedro's opener in the 24th minute was a perfect example of Chelsea's positional play, and locking Leeds' structure. Leeds, meanwhile, set up far more conservatively. They use a 4-5-4-1 formation, prioritizing defensive compactness over attacking ambition. It made sense given their absentees, including Dominic Calvert-Lewin and Anton Stach. Their objective in the first half was simple: stay compact, protect the box, limit Chelsea's central access. For sure, this has been a problem of Chelsea. Whenever a team stayed compact, it becomes a problem. Creativity becomes a problem for Chelsea. But today was just a way that Chelsea have created 2 goals lead in the first half. They allowed possession willingly, finishing the match with just 34% of the ball. And until their penalty, they didn't even register a shot on target. But crucially, they stay in the game, even when Chelsea went 2-up. Through Palmer's 58, and that's where the psychological shift began for the Blues. Leeds United comeback wasn't built on a full tactical overhaul. It came from 3 things: increased intensity, impact, substitutions, and Chelsea complacency. Once trailing by 2 goals, Leeds had no choice but to open up. They push higher, press more aggressively, and attack spaces left behind Chelsea's possession structure. And for me, I didn't just understand possession structure, spaces being left behind, and they press higher, and this could happen in the game. The game changed with 1 substitution: Jayden Bogle, introduced at right wing back. He immediately injected forward drive and urgency. In the 7th minute, Bogle sieged into the penalty area. Caicedo caught flat-footed, made a clumsy challenge, penalty to Leeds, and Lucas Mecha stepped up and converted calmly. Chelsea 2, Leeds United 1. Leeds' first shot on target, and suddenly the moment flipped. It just flipped. I don't know how it happened. It just flipped. Just 6 minutes later, Leeds strike again and again. Bogle was central. Another aggressive forward run. Another defensive disruption. Chelsea backline, particularly young centre-back Josh Achampong, looked hesitant and disorganized the situation. And chaotic inside the box. Loose ball, poor reactions, and the substitute Noah Okafor tapped home the equalizer. From 2-0 control to 2-2 chaos in just 6 minutes. Can you imagine this? Coming from Chelsea once again, it has been always clumsy defensive for Chelsea. Leeds didn't outplay Chelsea structurally. They outworked them mentally. Their comeback was built on direct running, vertical transitions, and for sure, restless pressing in moments. Leeds was absolutely amazing after the penalty, and they keep on pushing and pushing and pushing. And when the moment Chelsea flip, it becomes very difficult. And believe me, Chelsea were even lucky to end the game with a point, and that was so disappointing. Leeds absolutely targeted Chelsea weaknesses. They targeted Chelsea weakness, face, and defensive transitions. And when Chelsea lost possession, their recovery shape was flimsy, very, very, very flimsy, and Leeds United exploited that ruthlessly. This was optimistic football. This was optimistic football, but effective. Very, very effective for Leeds United. And Daniel Farke will be very, very happy with this kind of second half performance, or in just 6 minutes, things turn around for them. This is a game Chelsea, in this same game at Elland Road, Chelsea lost it by 3-1. And this was a point that I think Chelsea could have got on to make it a massive deal for themselves. But once again, a classic underdogs responded or response to Chelsea inactive in the defensive phase. Despite clear improvements under Rosinho, this match exposed lingering flaws. Yes, Chelsea dominated possessions. Yes, their passing structure look organized and early. Yes, their attacking rotation, but the problems comes after going 2-0 up. This wasn't tactical collapse. It was mental. Rosinho himself pointed to poor individual decisions rather than systemic issues. Still, the patterns are worrying. Chelsea created 16 chances to Leeds just 2 chances, yet it was 2-2, the game ended. Yet drop points. That tells you everything about game management, and Chelsea is very, very poor when it comes to game management. Even the previous coach, it was a big problem. Rosinho came in, I thought it would have absolutely changed, but then let's see how in this FA Cup weekend, how it's really gonna be working for sure. Too open, too slow to recovery, midfield screening inconsistent. Both goals came from lapses, not sustained Leeds pressure. Elite teams slow matches down when leading. Chelsea accelerated chaos instead. I just can't understand what is going on with this game. And Leeds tactically credit has to go to Daniel Farke's side, Leeds United. They showed resilient discipline, substitutions, especially Bogle and Okafor, changed the match dynamics completely. They embraced the underdog role, direct football, higher emotion, maximum punish of errors, as pundit Paul Mason noted. Chelsea Simple couldn't deliver a complete 90-minute performance. And hey, that is absolutely worrisome. Chelsea 66% ball possession, 90 shots, total control of long stretches. Is 34% ball possession, minimal threat early, maximum effective late. It wasn't about volume, it was about moments. For Chelsea, it's still the top 4 race, but defensive fragility remains a concern. Rosinho's tactical identity is emerging, but mental fortitude must follow. For this huge psychological boost, a valuable point in the survival battle, and prove that intensity alone can shift matches. Final score at Stamford Bridge 2, Chelsea 2, Leeds United 2. A game Chelsea controlled, a lead they built, and a result they let slip. Leeds resilient, Chelsea regretfully. Let me know your verdict and your opinion. 2 points drops once again. 2 points dropped, or a fair result. And I will see you in the next analysis for sure. See you in the next game. Ciao.